Hello, I'm Ashley, the engineer at Andover Norton, and one question we do get on a regular basis is brake pads. Now, is there any correct answer to this? The best pads you can buy is the one that suits how you ride your motorcycle and what the motorcycle's for. And even within that, there's a further breakdown depending on what you actually like the brake to do and feel like when you're operating that brake. To give you an idea, this is just a small selection of the brake pads we do. Most of it is for the AP Racing Caliper series. Some of those calipers are discontinued, and we're starting to find now so are the brake pads. But always worth trying to give us a ring, see if we can get hold of some for you if you need them, if you've got a caliper from 20, 30 years ago. Now on the left, we've got the standard round type that you're used to seeing. These go in the Norton Lockheed standard caliper. They're designed to run on a cast iron disc. Now if you buy these and you've got an old Mark III Commando that's done 16 miles, has just been pulled out of a shed, you might find it's got chrome on the actual brake disc. They put the chrome on to stop the brake disc going rusty. Not the best idea in the world, don't know who thought about it, but these are designed to run on cast iron, not chrome. So no wonder the brakes were poor back in the day. You can either buy a new brake disc or get that chrome removed, and then you can use these modern pads, this modern material that we use today. Now, we have an odd set of pads here. It just goes to show the wide range we do. We've got loads of different pads and sets for 4-pot AP racing calipers, etc. And we've even got one of them that runs in a different type of friction. This one here is a low friction. We have a low friction, standard friction, and a race compound for this same size pad. So we do stock quite a selection depending on what you want. Now the interesting bit is when I get to this bit. All these pads are different pads for the AP 2195 and the 2696 caliper. So when we ring up and people say, have you got a pad? Yes, we have got plenty, but which one do you need? Now then, the best selling one is the AP LMP 123, which is this one here. We sell loads of these. They are good for the road. How they work on the track, I don't know. The rest will fit, all of these will fit those calipers. There's one set of pads here that will only fit one of the calipers on a Triumph, and it's called the drop pad. I'll show you the differences in the minute. The back plate is the same, so it will go into the same caliper housing, but the friction material is slightly different in the way it's put on the pad. I'll show you the difference in the minute we get close up to that. Now we stock the EBC pads, 2 different types, because people like different versions, and then there's other versions as well that we still get that the race boys like. Now within the racing side, people say, oh, I want the race pads, or they order the race pads because they're cheaper. Don't let the cheap price fool you. If you're going on the road with a race pad, there's a very good chance it's not going to work. Now, the problem being, a lot of the race pads are designed to function at speeds in excess of like 120 mile an hour. So unless you're doing that sort of speed on the highway, the pads that you put in there most probably feeling pretty ineffective, because 60, 70 mile an hour is not even going to make them get hot enough to actually function. And then people ring up and say, my brake's a load of rubbish, what can I do? Well, what pads you got in there? And of course, you can use them on the road, but why when you got a perfectly good road pad that will actually perform well on the road at the speeds you're using it for? Now, even within the race section, some people like to have a brake that bites hard when they first apply the brake and fade as the brake stays on and gets hot. Some people like it the other way around. They like little feel when they apply the brake, but as the temperature builds into the pad, it bites harder. So there's different pads, even within the race pads, that you can fit into a caliper. Now, if you've got any queries on any of these brake pads, or a caliper that you've got from AP Racing from 20 to sort of 30 years ago, when they brought out those modern looking 4-piston calipers, give us a shout, because we may still be able to get them. We tend to be limited now on what type of compounds we can get, because it seems all the good stuff that was used in years past is now the bad stuff that we shouldn't be breathing in or shouldn't be touching, etc. The environmentalists have got the better of some of those compounds that went into the pad. Now, any queries, get in touch via email, or if you're really stuck, give us a ring, but we do prefer email. Now, by the time this video goes out, some of you may also notice that the US tariffs will be in force. If you're ordering from the US, what I suggest you do is keep an eye on our website and our Facebook page, and also keep a very good eye on what's happening with the papers that are released in the US. There's some anomalies in there that we think may come to bite a lot of people hard if you put an order in for a small value. At the moment, we don't know how it's going to work. We've got rough outlines for the import, which are for the larger multi-$1,000 orders, but for the people putting a $50 order in, we're still not sure how that's going to work. There will be tariff on it, but there may be additional charges as well. Any queries, not sure, talk to Steve in sales, or look at your own US government websites for any data and updates they've released there. Thank you very much.